So now I'd like to invite the business director for the state of Michigan, the governor, to the stage to share this evening with you. Please welcome of this great state, the governor, Governor Rick Snyder.
Very much. Please be seated. Well, thank you for that wonderful welcome. It's exciting to be with you. You guys should be fired up tonight. This is a night to celebrate, right? It's important. So first of all, I want to thank Michigan Celebrates Small Business for your 10th birthday. That's exciting, and that's something to be acknowledged. But I want to say thank you and congratulations to all the winners here tonight. You've earned it, and you really are making a difference. And how does that get reflected? That's what I wanted to share with you. And how did it happen? Well, it happened through a lot of hard work of you and your families and the people that you work with. But it's also showing up in our state results. And I'm proud to say Michigan is the comeback state because of your hard work. And if you look at our comeback, it shows up in many ways. Just this last year, in terms of how fast personal income growth was in our state, we ranked 9th. To give you some idea, that was the fastest in the last 20 years in terms of our ranking. In terms of population growth, we're growing again. We're starting to keep our young people in Michigan. All very exciting things. And one of the stats that really show up and illustrate it the most, in the last 3 years, we've created over 250,000 private sector jobs in our state. You've created those jobs. And it makes a huge difference. And when people ask about the quality of those jobs, what I can tell you is they're outstanding quality. We're number 1 in the country in manufacturing jobs. We're number 3 in the country in high-tech jobs. We're number 4 in the country in high-paying jobs. We're number 6 in medium-paying jobs. And who deserves credit for that? You do. And I hope you take that to heart. Because if you look at what brings an economy back, what is the backbone of any jurisdiction's economy is small business. And in terms of looking at small business, we need to work in partnership with you and really understand what our role is. In government, our role is not to create the job. It's to create the environment for your success. To do something I like to call, and I need to give credit to SBAM in particular, economic gardening. It's about how do we help create that environment where you can flourish, where you've planted those seeds, where they grow into great flourishing plants that keep going and cause an entire ecosystem to be created around you. And that's what we're focused on, is that economic gardening philosophy. And we don't do it simply by ourselves in state government. So I want to give a big shout out to all the partners that are part of this. Again, the state government, the MEDC work hard, but we have many local partners. We have great partners as the SBA, other organizations, many economic development organizations, many great associations, SBAM and many others that are doing that. So let's give a shout out to all the partners that really help make this happen. Now, one thing I tried to do in terms of getting to my first job in the public sector was bring a spirit of entrepreneurship to that. Because I had been starting companies. I'd been doing startup work. And I think one of the things that has really been helpful to me is bring that spirit of entrepreneurship to the public sector. To recognize you have to have a vision. You have to have a mission. That you're willing to do tough, difficult things if you believe it's going to pay off. And if you tell somebody you're going to do something, you do it. And that's a philosophy I think makes a tremendous difference in terms of building for long-term success. I know the struggles you've gone through. When people say, do you stay committed to something even though you go through rough times? You need to. An illustration is back, I had a company that I was a co-founder of. And that company went through rough times. We were actually too early to market if you looked at the history of this company. And what happened is I remember having to go home one night and talk to my wife and ask her the question, honey, would you be willing to have us write checks to keep the lights on in that business? My co-founder was having the same conversation with his family. The good part is we have wonderful spouses. They both said yes. Well, those checks were written. I'm proud to say that company ended up having well over 100 employees and actually became a world leader in its field. And it was because of that commitment to get through those tough times. That's much like Michigan went through in the last decade. We were at the bottom. We were going through those tough times. But the good part is we decided to reinvent our state, make a commitment towards our future. And again, start with the fundamentals of economic gardening and small business growth. So from a government perspective, we're creating that environment. We're working hard to do that. I think we've accomplished a lot, but what I can tell you is I am neither complacent nor content with what the results are so far. And we're going to stay committed to actually accelerating that growth in terms of working hard to make the environment better and better. To give you some simple illustrations, the tax front. We got rid of the dumbest tax in the United States, the Michigan business tax. But we've done other things that I hope you see in your results. And again, you may have to look a little harder, but they're big deals. Unemployment insurance, we've reformed that system in terms of getting us out of debt with the federal government, actually being solvent, actually building towards the future, getting rid of penalty rates. On workers' compensation, we've had premium drops, pure premium drops of over 20% over the last 3 years. We're one of the few states in the nation that can say that. We're working on personal property tax reform to get rid of personal property tax on industrial equipment, and we're getting rid of it on small business. Those are tremendous achievements, but again, we have a vote in August we need your support on to make sure we get rid of that personal property tax on industrial equipment. The regulatory front, we need to clean that up, and we've gotten rid of over 1,500 net regulations. The gross number is much higher, but we're getting rid of dumb things there. And I need to give a shout out. We have department people from the Department of Environmental Quality, and here was a department that had issues, folks, when I took office. It's made a major change, is doing wonderful work, so Dan Wyatt's here. His team deserves a shout out for the great work they're doing, and they're going to keep improving. Because part of it is not just the amount of regulations, but how we treat you. Too often, prior to becoming governor, my view is government was treating people as a revenue source, someone to go penalize, to say, here's a way to get some revenue to the state. That's not why we should exist. You're the customer, and we're here to give you great customer service. And we need you to comply with the regulations, but we should do that in the context of helping you win, of helping you be successful, and showing results. If you keep going, there are more and more things that we're doing. Pure Michigan Business Connect. If you haven't signed up for Pure Michigan Business Connect, I encourage you to do so. It's generated an incremental $1.7 billion of business in this state. That's roughly equivalent to an extra 8,000 jobs. And it's there to be that matchmaking service between suppliers and customers. It also has a lending element, and it has a business service element in terms of helping give advice. And it's great work that the MEDC is doing there. So I encourage you to jump into that program. Now, for the future, one of the things I'm really excited about that we have already been working, but I can tell you, to the degree I have an opportunity to keep going, it's going to be a top priority. That's the question of talent. As you grow your businesses, the true competitive advantage you have are the great people in your organization. And one of the things we can continue to do better is to have a better matching of the supply and demand of the wonderful people in this state, and to make sure they have the right skills to be successful. Because we still have too much unemployment and too many open jobs. We're going to close that gap, particularly in the skilled trades. And when I say skilled trades, it's welder, electrician, but it's also anyone on the production floor to anyone riding on a tractor. We need to redefine skilled trades and have parents and kids understand what an honorable, great career and well-paying jobs those are. And we're going to focus in on that. So we're going to focus in on, I figured we had a few manufacturers here that could use those folk. So let's keep on focusing on those, but creating opportunities. Again, being innovative with our partners, programs like Shifting Gears to help people find entrepreneurial opportunities. All the entrepreneurial programs our schools have and other places have. So everything from skilled trades to more engineers to creating that best environment to success. I'm actually to say I'm a proud accountant. I'm the token CPA governor in the country, and we could use a few more. So let's keep building. So tonight is something really important. I talked about a number of the things we've done as government, but the most important thing that comes out of here tonight is the fact that you're winners, that you're role models, you're mentors, you're ambassadors for Michigan. And so the thing I need to ask you is to be louder and prouder. Too often Michiganders, when they receive an award, are really proud that night. And you'll be really proud to take it back to your business. and you'll show it to everyone in your business. But what I need you to do is when you meet that person in your neighborhood, you meet that person from out of state, from out of the country, that you talk about how great your business is doing and what's the conditions for success, that we have an environment that Michigan is the place to be to grow that business. So what I ask of you tonight is, first of all, have a good time. But secondly, sign up to be that ambassador for Michigan and for your company, and be louder and prouder about what you've accomplished. It's special, folks. If you don't tell someone, no one else is going to. You need to spread that message with some fire, some passion. Get excited tonight, get excited tomorrow, and brag about that award. Get a hold of your weekly, get a hold of your daily paper, get on the radio, get on TV, and talk about your success. Because it's not just for you. When you do that, you're going to help every Michigander. So have a great time tonight, but bring that fire and passion every day to Michigan and every day for the fine work of your company. Congratulations and have a great evening. Thank you.